Hi there, and welcome to Ian's Engage channel. I'm Ian. Back in March this year, I uploaded a video showcasing some new stock that had arrived on Shelfington after a visit to the London Festival of Railway Modelling. It occurred to me that, going forward, it would make sense to make this type of video a regular occurrence on the channel, to keep track of new arrivals. As well as new locos and rolling stock, the series could feature new tools, electronics, vehicles, kits, and anything else related to modelling that has been purchased to help construct, reside, or run on Shelfington. Okay, with that being said, let's get on with the new arrivals for April. Firstly, the Yamar replacement Wi-Fi module for my DigiKeys DR5000 turned up. This has been on order since August last year, and I'd almost forgotten I'd ordered it. The box it arrived in contained the chip, a sticker to place on the DR5000, the sales receipt, and absolutely nothing else. Can you guess what's missing? Of course, there are no instructions to explain how to fit it. Now, I'm sure there's a website somewhere containing this information, but it would have been nice for at least a link to it to have been provided with the product. The next new arrival is a tool for cutting foam. It's a Ryobi hot wire cutter. Being battery operated, it gives you so much more freedom of movement compared to a more conventional wired tool that tethers you to a power outlet. And if my old one is anything to go by, comes with an extremely short cable that restricts you even further. Now, I've not actually used the Ryobi cutter yet, but with Shelfington being built on and out of quite a lot of foam, I can see it getting lots of use in the future. The next new arrival came about after watching a video from Stephen at Elvenhome. He'd purchased one of these Buggleskelly wagons, which are made by Dapple but supplied exclusively through a company called PhotograFix. Buggleskelly, if you didn't already know, is the name of a railway station in the 1930s film Oh Mr. Porter, starring Will Hay. This is PhotograFix's first foray into Engage, but they've stated that if there is high enough demand for the wagon, they'll consider releasing other wagons in Engage. The significance of this is that their 00 wagon range includes a nice collection of Dad's Army branded wagons and vans, and who wouldn't want to see one or more of those trundling around their Engage layouts? So, if you're interested, please join me in supporting Stephen's campaign to get a Jack Jones wagon for Elvenhome. I've put links to PhotograFix's website and to the wagon's product page in the description, as well as a link to the video where Stephen shows his wagon. Now, having purchased what is effectively a single private owner coal wagon for Shelfington that is completely out of era, I hatched a plan to make things right. This meant getting hold of more private owner wagons, the idea being that they could run as part of a preserved set. It may even be conceivable that some private owner wagons were still running on the rail network into the early 1970s. But don't quote me on that. Anyway, thankfully, Rails of Sheffield were having one of their sales, so I didn't break the bank and grabbed a few more 7-plank wagons to make up a short rake. So, as well as the Buggleskelly wagon, the rake consists of a Pico Coleman Mustard coal wagon, a Mathieson Salter branded coal wagon is next, that was made as a limited edition run of 200 wagons exclusively for Rails. And Mathieson is a company I wasn't familiar with, but the model looks of decent quality and is definitely on par with, say, Pico wagons. Next up is a Dapple Black Park coal wagon. A Dapple Rehoboam branded Cork and coal wagon is next. and finally a dapple Buckley Junction coal wagon. Here's the whole rake finished off with a Pico brake van running around my test track behind my class 57XX pannier tank engine. I have to admit that I love how colourful the private owner wagons are, and as they'll theoretically be running as part of a preserved railway, I have an excuse to keep them clean. I also have an inkling that more will be added to my stock sooner rather than later. Okay, so that's about it for this update. Let me know if you're considering or have already purchased one of the N-gauge Buggleskelly wagons. I know Stephen would appreciate it, and I think a Walmington-on-Sea gasworks wagon would be a fun addition to all of our layouts. So the more N-gauge wagons sold, the more likelihood that this could happen. Finally, I'll eventually be making a video about fitting the new Wi-Fi module to my DigiKeys DR5000. But as the instructions are somewhat lacking, or more accurately, non-existent, I'd love to hear from you if you've fitted one of these modules and can share any of the details with me. Alternatively, if you've got any hints, tips, useful tools or techniques to pass on to a beginner in N-gauge modelling, or if you simply want to say hello, then please do so in the comments section. Anything and everything you've got to say will be greatly appreciated. In the meantime, thanks very much for watching. Hopefully there'll be more new arrivals to report in the coming months. Bye.